Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I decided that I wanted to do just kind of like a sit down and chat life update sort of thing. So I was just sitting on my couch and I was actually watching an old vlog of mine, and it was so funny because there was 91 views on it, which may not seem like a lot to you, but that's a lot for me. And I was like, wow, like 92 people, or even 92 times my life was viewed, my life in the past. And it's just so crazy how we put these memories on camera and this becomes the past. Like the second that I'm saying it, it becomes the past. Like now when I look back on this film, that will technically be me looking back on the past. So it's just so interesting to think about that I have all of these amazing memories on film to look back on, like visually see the past. And I just love it. And it also like reminds me of how strong I am and how I'm able to kind of persevere through anything. Like I see so many videos that I made in the past, and I remember when I was making them, I'm thinking, oh my god, this is so corny, nobody's gonna want to watch it. Or like, wow, you're like so lame for putting something like this out there, you know, like talking about, for instance, me failing and how like, you know, I haven't been doing so well. And it was just so interesting to see because yesterday I completely crushed my day. Like I had the most incredible day, and it was like so funny because I just put a schedule on my phone and I followed the schedule 100%. Like now, don't get me wrong, things didn't happen at the exact same time, but I did everything on my list, okay? So I had a general schedule of when and what, like when I was supposed to do what, but if I would do it at a different time or do it earlier or later, I would just change the time on my schedule, and then it just all worked out. And it was just so interesting because yesterday felt like such a long day because I did so much. Like I couldn't even remember the morning. That's how much I did. Like obviously I can remember it, but like I couldn't remember it for that day. I'm like thinking it was like, you know, 3 or 4 days ago at that point because I had just done so much and I was doing nothing for a really long time. Like I have to be super honest with you. I was sitting at home and feeling really bad about myself, and I really wasn't sure why. And I still don't fully know if I understand why. I'm sure that there's a lot of subconscious issues going on in my brain, things that are making me feel unworthy, imposter syndrome, all of those things. But right now, in this moment, I feel incredible. I feel so good, and I'm so happy to be able to sit down and tell you guys, like, yesterday I killed it. I had such a good day. It just felt so productive. And, you know, there's a lot of things that have changed in my life over the last few months. And it's kind of all been leading up to this point. You know, I've been dying to put YouTube first and put good content out there for you guys, and a good amount of content. You know, I was lucky to be doing 1 video a week, and for me, I think, you know, I should be doing about 3 videos a week. And that's not because, you know, I like wanna, you know, punish myself. It's because that's something that I love. Sorry about the lighting change. That was super drastic. It's like going dark and light, and it's literally only 11:30 in the morning, but I'm sure it'll change again. So anyways, it's just been super interesting to see how everything has evolved and changed over the last few months, and where I am today and how I feel. Like, I mean, I did not even want to pick up a camera a few months ago. I literally like dreaded the thought of picking up my camera and putting myself on the internet. And I don't know why, because that's something that I love, something that really makes me feel whole inside. Like I love sharing my life with others, because why not? Like if I have a good mindset about life and I have a good mindset about things, why wouldn't I want to share that with others? But when I don't have a good mindset about things, I don't want to share that with others because I feel bad putting out negative energy into the world. I don't want to give people my problems. I don't want to give you my problems, whoever is watching this right now. That's not what I'm trying to do. So, you know, I really struggled when I was struggling to put my most authentic self out there. And I think it would have probably helped pull me out of my slump quicker. But maybe it wouldn't have been as genuine as it was for me to sit in my feelings for the last few months and literally just be and do a lot of nothing. And I watched a lot of TV. I finished The Good Doctor. I finished The Bold Type. Was there another one that I watched? Good Doctor, Bold Type, definitely finished those. The Bold Type has, well, I finished 4 seasons of The Bold Type and 4 seasons of The Good Doctor, and I kind of like look back and I'm like, oh my god, did I do anything but like watch TV all day? I watched TV all day. I had a really bad mindset. I don't know what was wrong with me, but something was wrong with me deep down, and I seem to have repaired it enough to move forward, because something happened yesterday when I woke up. I woke up and I was kind of like, Sam, like, it's life. You love life. You woke up. You're so happy. Like, you're so lucky. You're so blessed. You're so grateful. Let's just have the best day we can. And I realized, like, just putting myself first and doing something for me, like going to the gym by myself, which is something I haven't done in a really long time, just made me feel like I just crushed it. Like, I could have done nothing else all day yesterday and I would have just been like, I crushed yesterday. I went to the gym by myself. Like, that for me is super big, because it was a habit that I had built for a really long time. And it's funny that I say this, because I think about the past and how I was so into the gym and I was so into fitness and vlogging and everything, and YouTube, and building my YouTube. And that was so interesting, because in the past I was super into it, and I kind of just like changed that. And why, you would think like, okay, so sorry, I know my thoughts are a little jumbled right now. Let me get back to what I was thinking. So basically, I'm like in the gym, I'm like rewiring my brain, positive thinking, meditation, yoga, active, like doing all the right things and feeling so good. Like, I felt in my prime. Then you know what happened, and everything kind of shut down, and that was hard for me. That was super hard for me. But you know, normally a lot of people, whenever they start excelling in something, they want to keep going because they see the positive benefits from it. And it's funny, because I'm the complete opposite. If I see myself benefiting positively for something, majority of the time I sabotage myself. Self-sabotage for one reason or another. Something going on in here. My subconscious is a little bit like, oh no, you can't have everything. You can only have this and that, like not everything. And it's just so funny, because I know better. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm rewiring those rewiring those neural pathways in my mind, in my brain, and I'm gonna make these daily things, because this is something that lifts me up. I feel incredible. Like, I feel so good from yesterday. And you wanna know what else? I had the best eating day yesterday. I ate like such tasty, amazing food, but not too much. And that has been my problem the last year and a half. COVID has killed me with like bored eating. Like, I'll eat whenever I want, and that has really killed my body image and the way that I look at myself, because I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know, you come down with negative thoughts, and it's just so frustrating when you've worked so hard to get to a certain place. You then realize not everything is linear. Not your progress will never go like this. It's gonna have waves. That is life. You gotta ride the wave, and that's okay. So I want to make sure that I'm putting this video out there for myself, for those, oh my god, I cannot even speak. My brain is going so fast that I can't even speak everything fast enough. So first and foremost, this video is for me to look back on in the future, but it's also a reminder to you that you can do absolutely anything that you want to do. And if you don't want to do things that you know make you happy, there is something that you need to work on in your brain, rewiring those neural pathways. And sometimes it's difficult. And it felt like, for me, it felt like I kept saying, oh, tomorrow, oh, tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. And then I would get into like a kind of a groove, and then something would happen, and then I would just fall off, and then another groove, and then something would happen, I'd fall off. And then all of these holidays happened, most recently in Israel, and I have just been like smacked with holidays and like all of these different things, and like my boyfriend is off, and I'm like, you know, not alone all day, and things are closing at different times, and it's just not in my schedule. And if it's not in my schedule, like I said, I've done everything in my schedule yesterday. If it's not in my schedule, I won't do it. So it's just a little bit like I get a little bit flustered, and I know that those are things that I need to work on. So this is a reminder for you that if you need to work on something, that is completely okay, as long as you're putting in the effort. Like, I put in that little bit of effort each time, and eventually I got to a point where I just made the change. And you will get to that point too. There will be something inside of you that kind of switches, but don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your desires, because whatever you desire is already yours. You just need to make sure that you're putting forth the inspired action. So just make sure you're putting forth the inspired action, and you will be seeing the results eventually. But don't give up. Things take time, things take consistency, and things take conscious effort, because your subconscious is ruling the roost. If you can consciously make decisions, and your subconscious might feel a little uncomfortable, but eventually those neural pathways will change. If you don't use them, they will change. They will lessen, they won't be as strong, okay? So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to tell you guys. I feel like there's always something. I will just be sitting on the couch and all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, I want to put this on the internet. Oh, I want to tell my followers this. Oh, I want to tell my subscribers this. And it's just interesting. It's interesting how it works. Again, like I said, if this was a few months ago, I would have been like, I'm not picking up the camera. And you know what? I did pick up the camera a few times and I wasn't ready. And it resulted in half vlogs, you know, not great filming. And maybe one day I'll put that out there, because I do have a lot of random clips on my computer that kind of are just a mishmash of all things. Like I kind of caught some like important parts and then didn't do any like extra. So if you are interested in that, please go ahead and leave a comment down below. And if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.